Hey everyone, it's Macademia Gaming here today with another video. It's Dragon Ball Fighterz Ranked. It's pretty easy to tell early on whether someone is one of those players who just mashes the Dragon Dash over and over again. Makes it very easy to read, honestly. See, as you can see, this guy had a problem and he just continued to do it over and over again. I never got how people do that, because you think after a while people would realize that it's getting them hit over and over again and would stop doing it, but people just consider to keep doing it again and again. And eventually when they do learn to stop doing it, you can tell that they don't know how to get in or what to do in neutral, because that was their whole game plan. At this point I was feeling pretty confident because I had all three of my players left with a decent chunk of health, and he was on his last character. I honestly think using my sparking blast was a mistake, because then he remembered that he had his. Near the end of this match, I started to fumble a few combos. As you can see, that sparking blast is very potent with any character. Doing that out front without any type of setup is a very bold move, and it didn't pay off because I killed him. Here we have a mirror match, not one of my favorites, because mirror matches really give you the idea of if you lose to somebody else using your characters, they're better than you, and even though that might not always be the case. You can see right there I read the Dragon Dash and countered appropriately. Goku Black definitely is one of my favorite characters to fight. He has so much range on all of his heavy attacks. This right here was a good read by him. He saw that I was being overly aggressive and decided to pull the level 3. You have to be careful with going because, as I said many times, his legs are very long. Sounds very strange, but it's true. Not to mention his block string mix-ups are crazy, but really puts you in the blender. There's another example of how long his limbs are for no reason at all. But again, like the last round, I was pretty confident near the end of this just because I had all three characters with a decent chunk of health and he was on his last one. When it comes to playing against Hit, I like to be more aggressive than usual just because with how fast his attacks are. It's easier to fight him if you stay right on top of him. And there I get him with the read and go overhead and Hit's done. Guess you could say he got hit. Now bear in mind, I've only had this game for a few weeks, so I'm not going to pretend to be some sort of pro at it. Same situation as the last few games, but I have 3 characters left, and they're on their last. I mean, last 2 games, sorry. Pardon me. I switched out at that point because you had health to gain and indeed had health to lose.
Are you ready?
This is a rematch with that same person, but there's a twist at the end that I don't think anybody saw coming. Again, like I said before, it's good to stay like right on top of Hit. Don't give him any room to move around. You'll see in these videos, for the most part, Base Goku doesn't really get a chance to play in the lineup just because I use him as an anchor, sort of a workhorse of the team in case, because his Kaioken alongside the Sparking Blast is a ton of damage. Same situation as before, 3 characters, decent health. But he's good as an assist, but his neutral game isn't that great because his Kai Blast barrage can be dashed through, as you see right there. See, I thought I was blocking at that point, but I guess that actually hit. At that point, I tried to do Goku Kai Blast Loop and drop the combo. I don't really have a ton of experience fighting either of the three people on this team. Besides Goku Black, and those are negative experiences. I never get why people just outright do their super attacks without any sort of setup, or at least checking to see if their opponent is making a move first. There, I snapped his neck with that kick. There, twice I read that she was trying to get off the Dragon Rush and defend it appropriately. Now all we have left is this hairless cat kill. You can see we're making quick work of him. Friskies, we just fed his senses. As you can see, he didn't like the dietary supplements in them. 16 is kind of hard to deal with just because of the range on his arms and legs. It's even worse than Gohan's. I don't know what they were feeding this boy. I don't know why he would ever try to charge right in front of me like I was just gonna let him do that. He paid the ultimate price, his life. If I sound any different today, it's because I'm using a different mic than I usually use. Another neck snapper right there. Snapping necks and cashing checks. Vegeta is also not one of my favorite people to play against in this game. He's just got so many different options to go through. Some people just can't take the heat. Can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. That's all, folks.